its place. Walls whisper stories of laughter and tears. This is my kingdom I've built through the years. My home, where my heart beats loud. Every brick a piece of me shouted proud. It's not just walls, it's the love in it.
Good day, everyone. I'm back again. This is Homeside, and so today we'll be looking at mental health. I'm going to be defining mental health. So let me go to my book and give you the definition I have here. It says mental health. Either you call it mental health or mental wellness is a process in which one is socially, psychologically, emotionally, and spiritual healthy or well. So you can use this to check yourself. Am I mentally okay? Am I mentally well? Just assess yourself with some of the things we are going to be doing here. And you can also use it to assess somebody else. So look at it now. When we talk about social, I believe you're social, like you can interact with people, the way you relate with people. Now don't forget that some people are introverts and some people are extroverts. It's always easy, very easy for the extroverts to interact with people. When they come to place, they talk with everybody, they just with everybody. Introverts don't do that. But they might enjoy what's going on. So there's a difference between you trying to interact with everybody. That's good with social. And then there are people who are also because we are all social animals. Humans are social animals. So we must interact with people socially because nobody is an island of their own. So interaction is what keeps the society going. Interaction is what keeps the society. So even if you are an introvert, there's a level of socialization. You socialize with people like in your church, your family members. You might not be the kind of person that wants to talk to everybody, but at least you can talk to people. You're enjoying it when people are interacting socially, and once in a while you see yourself, you interact socially with people. Psychological. So when we talk about psychological, we're talking about your mental processes, your behavior. So check your behavior. From the normal behavior, you cannot be the only person acting abnormally. From the normal behavior. Now remember, so many things can change our behavior. One, your religion. Two, your family. Three, your society. Four, your own personal belief and philosophy can really affect your religion. For instance, when it also comes to Christian religion, like the Christian religion, you find that there are so many kinds of yes, we all have, there's a central belief of God the Father, Jesus Christ and Jesus Christ His Son, and then the Holy Spirit. But then people have different doctrines and different doctrines. Now, if you are actually okay, what we mean is that those things should actually be able to, let's see those things in your behavior. That is, you're able to adapt, you're able to look at a behavior, reason it, think about it, okay, I want to follow this behavior. But don't forget also that there are some religions that actually help people to be mentally insane. So you must be careful. I'm not talking about religion here, it's not my focus, but I just give an example. Now also spiritually, this spiritual mental health issue, I have had two persons who had this problem, and then I had one person telling me that he was actually mentally, not mentally healthy because of spiritual engagement. Spiritual engagement. So he was hallucinating, and I've seen people too. Sometimes they will meet me and tell me, as we're just here now, as we're praying, I saw some blood. I saw two people on the wall. Ah, hey, hey, what two people? What did you see? That is hallucination. I saw two people on the wall. No. Christians are not crazy people. No. If it's true Christianity, it's not like that. Or you find yourself walking on the road and you see some overly, I don't know what I call it, overly religious Christians that I don't want it to look like if you're overly religious is bad, but these people, they just see you on the road and they just begin to prophesy. They don't even know you don't know them. Like there's no relationship, there's no pastoral relationship, there's nothing, and then they just begin to prophesy. And that's the reason why we are in the mess we are in right now. So please, we need to check all these things because, to be sincere with you, there are so many people that hold the Bible. I'm talking about Christian religion because that's my religion and I know things about it. There are so many people that hold the Bible. They proclaim God the Father, His Son, and the Holy Spirit. And but they are not mentally okay. When you sit with them, you rehearse with them, you talk with them, you'll notice that these ones are not mentally okay. They're not mentally okay. So please, my best advice for people who really want to know Jesus, that know Jesus through His Word, and you'll be saved. But if you want to know Jesus, you want to know Christian, you want to understand what we are doing, and then you are going first of all through spirituality and prophecy, you'll be trapped in. But if you really want to know God first of all through His Word. So this is can make people to be really mentally insane, and I think it's not just only with Christian religion. Other religions too might have their own say on this. You see somebody, he's just so mad, and then he's telling you he's serving whatever thing he's serving, but when you look at that person, this person is not mentally okay. They're not mentally okay. They cause nuisance to others. No. You don't cause nuisance to others. So it's also okay. I've talked about this most important thing. One, socially, two, behaviorally, which is psychology, two, emotionally, your feelings. How do you control your feelings? Like people who are really depressed, people who have anxiety disorder, people who have OCDs, that is obsessive compulsive disorder, and other kind of thing, post-traumatic disorders. Those people are not emotionally, like they don't know how to control their emotions. Something internal or external is what is really controlling them. And once they just see the picture of that thing, what happened? They just react towards it. And most of us in our families, we don't know that this is what we are passing through. You don't even know that the next person, the person you called, maybe your child, is passing through something. Some parents don't even know. And that's why it is very good and important that we meet psychologists. People are scared of psychologists. I don't know why. When you tell them, okay, meet a psychologist to help you, they begin to give excuses. I know that yes, that we find that there's a situation whereby maybe some psychologists actually have people say they have the worst issues. They might have the worst issues. Some of them might even be passing through similar things and they don't know how to control it. But I'll tell you something you need to know. They can still help you. Forget about them, they can still help you. Yeah, they can. most of them really can't help you because what they would give is principles that will help you align and help you succeed. And more especially, you can meet clinical psychologists. So don't say because of what you know about psychologists, for that reason, you don't want to meet a psychologist that can help you. There are still good ones, yeah. With excuse me, though we know those ones facing those things, but not everybody's really facing it. Not all psychologists. So it's good. And most times when you tell people meet a psychologist, the first notion that comes into their mind is that what, I'm not mad. I'm not crazy. I'm not mad. No, it's not about being crazy and being mad. Let me give you for instance then depression. Depression could be minor and depression, it could be major depression. Now, a minor depression can become a major depression if not well handled. Minor depression can even start from maybe during your monthly period as a female. You don't want to just socialize with anybody. You don't want to talk to anybody. You just want to be on your own. You don't just like anything. It could start there. That thing you are saying there, what if you might not know that your grandparents passed through depression, your grandmother, or even your grandfather, and that it's coming with the winds of menses, of menstruation. Relax, it's we keep piling up, piling up, piling up until it becomes a major problem. So you need to meet psychologists. Psychologists don't only help you only when you're only mentally sick, even when you're healthy too. They can still help you, tell you things you can do in order to prevent some mental issues. Mental issues is everywhere right now. And even if it's not like it's not like even if it's not as we like you don't see it on everybody right now, most people have mental issues at least at some percent, and that percent can become something very serious because mental issues most times it doesn't just start, it just start building up. Gradually it's building up, gradually it's building up, gradually it's building up until a stage whereby you cannot control it. So that is just it. So I've said something about mental health issues. It says it also has to do with our cognition, perception, our thought, your action. Actually, when your cognition is not proper, like your mind does not process things the way it should process those things. You can see it in your action because it's what your mind is telling you that you begin to act towards. So a schizophrenic just saw a snake. They're having, let me say, hallucination. Someone has hallucinating. You just saw a snake on the wall. It's like, snake, 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 snake. And nobody's seeing the snake. You're the only one seeing the snake. So you see, it affects your actions, your perception too. Perception. And I keep saying something very important. Please let's help our children perceive things rightly. If you don't know what is right, there are so many information outside there that would help you teach your children what is right and what is not right. So help your children on time, so that they will have the right perception towards things. Don't give birth to children and just expect that as they're growing, they'll just be learning. No, 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 no. As they're growing, they won't be learning. Teach them what they should learn so they'll have the right perception. Please let's curb mental health issues. You can start it as a mother, as a father. You can start it. You can help your children because at their little age, toddlers, early childhood, middle childhood, This is when you can really help them, seriously help them. More especially, at the age of 3, I think, yeah, at the age of 3, as a child, like children are always curious, they're always asking questions. They're asking, Daddy, what is this? Why is it red? Why is it pink? Why is it yellow? That's the best time to always answer their questions. Don't tell them you're asking too much questions. Be patient to explain to them because you're building up something. They're always curious. They're always curious. They want to know. The same thing happens to adolescents. They just want to ask questions. Why? Why? Answer all the why. Answer their whys. Answer it. Give them an answer. It helps them to have the right perception about life. So also, um, recognition, the art of processes of perceiving or identifying information as matching or being the same. So some people are not able to recognize. You ask them something, they can't recognize it. They cannot bring back something they have seen and information they have gotten. This is not just about memory, please. It says the art or process of perceiving or identifying information as matching the same information that has been remembered. For instance, you saw something, oh, I recognize this. I recognize this. I've seen this thing somewhere. I know some things. I know this thing somewhere. Some people are not able to do that. You could say actually they are losing their memories, like dementia and the rest. So you see, but all these things really, if we can identify all these things on time, we would know how we can help ourselves. I know at the early stage, actually, you can really even help your own self. You can help yourself. So you also have personality, the sum total of all of your behavior, everything about you. So you see, all these things affect mental health. And don't forget that mental health could be hereditary and it could also come from your environment. Yes. You might not even know that your grandparents, somebody somewhere in your lineage had such issues and now you're facing it. That's the reason why it's always good that you go back. You ask questions about your people. You ask questions about your mother, people, your ancestors. Ask critical questions so that by the time you start saying anything that looks like what this, I don't say you should live in fear. No, it's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying you should live in fear. For instance, when you talk biologically, my dad people, they have what we call diabetes, cataracts. That's my dad's side. Now I know I have. It's likely that I need to fight that too, diabetes and cataract. So I'm not living in fear. No, no, no. I've known this. I've written them down. You understand? I've written them down. Okay, it's likely that this might come, this might come. So what do? I start on time to start doing things that would really help me, like healthy living, healthy eating, things that would really help me not to face such issues or problems. So that is what you should do too, because it could be hereditary. And you don't want to pass bad traits to your children. So if you can control it, though you cannot, you're not the one to have your children control, they have to control it. So you can bring it to them. They should sleep with it. Say in your family, people pass through such and such mental health issues. So if they see such things to coming up, they'll know, okay, they'll know how to treat it on time. They will not just neglect it. Okay, maybe it will just happen once in a while. Like some people, once in a while, they just get depressed, and that is just, oh, everybody move on, everybody go on. but that might not be you. Your case might be very different from them. So I urge families to please take care of their mental health issues. Really take care of their mental health issues. Let me tell you some kind of situations and problems you are facing can really help increase your mental health issues. For instance, I have a colleague and everything is just on her head. Apart from paying house rent, paying children's school fees and the rest, but she has I think the baby she just gave birth to now is just 4 months old, and she's the one doing just she'll wash, she'll do this, she'll do that, and she'll still come to work. And you know, it was like she was running mad until she saw this magazine. She read the magazine and she came to me. She told me, "Favor, do you know that I read this magazine and I just have to give my children house chores to do. Everybody, this is your own domestic, or you sweep, you do that." That she just relaxed, and it was like she got refreshed again. She knew that, oh, I don't have to do everything. That's the reason why it's important you get information. Information is very important. Get information and know what to do. Don't wait until you're mentally down. Then, if you have people around you that you know you're passing through some mental health issues, help them. Help them. You can be a great source of help. Some people, if you talk to them indirectly, they don't understand. So you can always talk to them. You can even tell them, "Oh, I know somebody online. Oh, have you heard this before? Let's just learn. Yeah, me too. I want to learn. Let me know if there must be a way you can just bring them, connect them to those things. Once in a while, we all run mad. We are everybody once in a while. But you see, once in a while can become forever. That madness you run once in a while, somebody did that and did it again and did it again and did it again. And then they couldn't control their emotions because they don't have enough information. And today they're in the psychiatric hospital. They're in the psychiatry. So what can you do to help somebody around you? Tell somebody that their mental health is very, very important. They need to be alive. More especially, I say mothers, you need to be alive for your children. You need to be alive for your babies. Those lovely kids, you need to be alive for them. You need to see them grow. You need to watch them grow. You need to attend their traditional wedding, their wedding. You need to dance. They spread you money. So don't just let mental issues just occupy your mind and then engulf you and take the whole of your soul. That you have to die. You don't have to die. So please, I urge us, help somebody. Tell somebody about mental health. Thank you.
In a little haven, we laugh and cry. The walls hold stories as the days go.